Why I write, inspired by Reginald Shepard. I write because I question where else my thoughts will go. I write to discover new words. I write to use those new words. I write to resolve long hours of thinking. I write to distract myself. I write to create. I write to honor. I write because I simply want to. I write to put down my thoughts and my beliefs. I write to share stories, some more grounded than others. I write to lose myself in the sounds of music. I write to release bottled feelings upon the page. I write to scream my vexation. I write to leak my disappointment and my anger. To one who lied and hurt, who I feel a fool to have loved them, even when I was young and full of innocence. I write to leak my suppressed emotions I bottle up, beat down, ignore. I write to let slip a mask. I write because without the protection of a mask, I am unshielded.
We will be reading Entree.
Lunchbox or not, who are we? Your desire, your all, is seeping out from the lunchbox that was bought from you. Carefully or not, be it emptiness or all that seeps from your box, it is only what others have put, whether they think or whether it's their failure to act, and when there is no lunchbox. What will you have for lunch?
My mother packs my lunch for me. She makes it all homemade. I get a bottle of lemon water, 2 bags of kale chips, a tray of lacerations, and a cup of word gumbo. We have a lot of long conversations about my hatred for bruises and kale chips, but I don't do much of the talking. Mom tells me that the gumbo will make my skin tougher, that I shouldn't blow on her words. What's in your lunchbox?
Oh, I have, you know what? I'm actually not sure what's inside my lunchbox. It could be raisins, it could be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but what does that have to do with me? Does it determine me? Maybe or maybe not. I've only ever packed my lunch once. It was just milk with cereal, but it sadly spilled inside my lunchbox. But why do you care about what's inside my lunchbox? Why is your interest so focused on my lunch? I'm just going to say this. It's hard to tell you why I ate the school lunch. Is it because I'm broke? No. My parents just decided that the school would feed me and not them. They just give the school that job. I don't get the special treatment like the others. But then again, if I did, what would I get? I don't get the opportunity of having a loving lunch from someone very special. I do not know because I have never opened one. I've never in my life ever received a lunchbox. But what does that tell you about me? Am I part of the middle class or lower class? I've never in my life had the luxury of having a lunchbox. My parents didn't understand the assignment of doing so. It didn't hurt me though, because I still got to eat, even if it didn't come from my mother or father. With or without a lunchbox, I would still love them. But with that box of food, how does it determine my identity as a human being? Where's your lunchbox?
Oh, me? I have a sandwich. A pastrami, maybe turkey sub, some fruit on the side, and it's so delicious. I have school lunch. It's been this way my whole 16 years of life. I don't question, nor mention, nor think of it. I just dig in. Maybe that's sad, maybe that's a tad mad. But that's my lunch. A sandwich, a pastrami, maybe turkey sub, some fruit on the side, and it's so delicious. Why do we care what's in each other's lunch?
Why should we care?
What about the people who don't have a lunch?
What if I choke on my kale chips?
When
do
I
get to decide?
Ding.
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 Ding. Oh, there's the bell. Thank you.
The frills, the skirts, the flowers, the flirts. Oh, to be a woman. A young girl dreams of her womanhood the same way one dreams to seek power, power to indulge in all the craft she desires. Math, magnetism, modesty, oh, they all bore me, indulge me with some philosophy, and maybe we can get along. And when you dream of being a woman, you don't really care what comes with the backlash. You just care about the freedom and independence you gain. You gain from begging to be treated well in a world full of vain. Vain in the way you look. She's too alternative for success. Is she being sultry, or does she just want sex? In a world for a man, they will be impressed by your sudden quirkiness and change of demise. They'll look at your piercings in your hair and your eyes and treat it like a disguise. Because under all that paint, aren't you just begging, hoping they'll be willing to give you an ounce of attention? Because isn't their affection what you crave the most? Watercolor, acrylic, it's all the same. When under that, it's a clean, fresh board ready to be molded and toured by many men until it's created into a piece of art worth recognizing and full of beauty, contending to the standards of others. And one day, you'll have a dreamer too, a girl who dreams of being a woman, except now, she realized that independence was all a facade. She realized that when you're trapped under these capitalistic gods, there's no true freedom. The manic pixie girl humbled and scorned until all the quirkiness is floored and watered down until there's no color left on this board. The paint has dried, and any self-expression has been trademarked into the idea of being a wild woman, a woman who needs taming, a woman who will be tamed. Beige is straightened because no man wants a woman who's unable to obey still. This little girl dreams of a day where their expression isn't defined by the perception of a man, a much, much older man, where the color of their hair, where they spray tan or choose to stay fair, has nothing to do with who she is. She dreams that one day her looks and the way she cooks is a separate entity from her, because her is powerful. She is powerful. She is as dimensional as a rectangular prism, each side filling the blanks as she ages. She's not looking for any comments or replies. She doesn't care who you think she is. Who she is not up for you to decide. A woman in a man's world is no easy feat, but the first thing you can reclaim is who is she?
The title of this is A Long Way Down, content warning for grooming. 7, hardly a gap. I was faced with a leper, the stinging zephyrs gracing the tears on my cheeks as I stumbled and wept, cursing the college that dare take the one who blessed me with such carnal knowledge. 5th grade, a trade, a promise, St. Thomas, that we would one day meet face to showcase. College freshman, elementary yes men, leprosy is a disease, lechery, please. Started by a screen-bound striptease, the criteria nevertheless begins to wane. Shame, bacteria, what a crying shame. When you're 10, 7 seems so small. I can still count that on my fingers. You could count 2. I just wish that you would have had to rack up the sentences on your fingers, incomplete ones at that. They're straightforward and simple. Solicitation. My parents are 11 years apart. It's fine. We don't have to do anything. Oh, thank God. I thought for a second that you might be a predator. Luring. Just send me your voice, that's all I want. I'm not asking anything major. If I send my voice, you'll know that I'm 10. Not 13. What if that's a deal breaker? Harassment, every minute a message, the mess of my age, the volatility of your rage. If I hurt myself, you typed from your college-issued device, will you help me? I often went online for advice. How to talk someone down. What a clown! You're a child, tugging at the hem of your hoodie, getting text from, oh goody, an adult, studying for a cap and gown while you pick grass from the ground. This isn't okay. And it never was. But it was like a drug. Teenagers are so cool, and they're still in school. We have something in common. I'm 17 now. The difference between what is and what was makes me sick. Using me like a call girl for some nasty kick. If I could go back in time, I would grovel at my own little shoes and plead. You need to run, stupid. This isn't fun. These aren't games. Someone out there knows your name, your age, whatever else you gave, and they know you're scared. Because they were a kid once too. A long time ago. Too long. Way too long. This is Seat for a Ghost. Once upon a time, I knew you. Your favorite color was green and you liked being outside. Your favorite music artist to listen to was Upchurch, and you showed me his songs. And I still have some of them on my playlist, and I still think of you when they play. You loved to sing. I knew what you didn't like about your family. You were scared of your parents getting a divorce because they yelled at each other a lot. You hated your dad because he drank too much when you were younger. You liked being with your mom and helping her. Your mom always liked me. She said that I was pretty. I knew you would skip meals because you were scared of gaining weight. I knew things you wish you didn't remember. I knew everything. And then things happened, and you turned into a ghost, and the memory of you haunts me. Now, when I see you in the halls, you're nothing to me. Which is odd because it still feels like you should be something to me. I refuse to look at you. I look right past you. But sometimes my eyes still catch yours, and just for a moment I try to pretend that you're invisible like a ghost is supposed to be. I hope that you don't notice me. But I know that you do. You have told me that you do. You add me when you know you won't hang out with your girlfriend for a few days, and you talk to me. You still seem to know me even though I have changed so much. You know how hard I am on myself, how I feel stuck when I'm at home. You know that I'm outgoing, and you somehow know what activities I do. You still know how to reassure me when I'm spiraling, even after all this time. It feels like something is tying me to you. Something in my soul tells me to save you a seat. Save you a seat for my wedding one day, and as much as I hate it, you make me question how right my relationship right now is. Even though everything that happened was a millennium ago, I still remember you. Even though you are nothing but a ghost from my past, at least you should be. Even though I should hate you, I can't bring myself to. If things work out the way that they seem to be, I understand you may not show up, but I'll save a seat for your ghost.